And we're back. Okay, so now we've noticed what we've got running so far. We tested that this picks up a random Fischer chessboard from the file with 960 boards in it. We tested that already. But right now we're not printing that. Right now it's doing all of that, but we constructed a two-dimensional static string array and we printed it out with a toString, so all we're getting as output is a bunch of blank squares. Okay, great, but I want initBoard to fill up, to populate that board with temp. Temp is one board off of the file, like bishop, bishop, queen, rook, knight, king, rook, knight. Okay? I want that to show up, because right now, remember what we get when we run this. Let's see, Java C, is there Java C in here? Well, I Java C'd it already, so if I Java it, right? I want this to be something like B, B, Q, R, K, R, and N, right? Now those are the white pieces, and Chess960.txt has all uppercase letters in it, right? So we're going to make these uppercase for white, uppercase P's for the white ones, and then a mirror image over here, but all lowercase. Lowercase P's here, and then lowercase, I don't know, B, B, Q, R, K, R, and N, right? So how do we get that output? Right now, up at this point, we're ignoring temp. This worked because we printed it out. It picks one board from the file. So temp works. Temp has a board in it. How do I put that one-dimensional, how do I take that one string of 8 characters, which originally in V3 was a one-dimensional static array, one-dimensional static string array, into a two-dimensional static string array? That's what I want to do. All right, so what's your signature line for a initBoard? What's the signature line for a initBoard? Public static. Is it string? Does it return anything? It doesn't return anything. It modifies what's in board. All right, so it's sort of like a mutator. It's a void, right? So here we go. Public static void. And what do we call it? Init board. Now look what initBoard does. It has an input, which is a string, and has an output, which is a two-dimensional static string array. So, where are you? That's a comma, yeah. Temp, comma, board. We're inputting two different things, right? This is really the input, this is really the output, is what it is, okay? All right, so what goes here? What type is that? String, right. Now remember, it was a static string array in V3, but then we converted it to a normal string in the toString from V3 to throw it into the text file 960.txt. So when we read it from the text file 960.txt, it's an 8-character string. It's not an array. Okay, so that's right. It's a string.
I just made probably the stupidest error I've made today.
Okay, but you fixed it.
Well, I'm about to.
Okay.
I figured out how to right move. I put it into the main, and I run it, and I'm like, okay, this is going to work. I type in my command. It says it looks like it worked because it accepts the command I wrote to move, and it asks, well, where do you want to move now? I forgot to print out the board.
That would be nice, yeah. Well, I thought you forgot to call move again. I thought that was your error. Like it moves once and then wait, what happened? Okay. All righty, so string in and then what? Then what type is this? That's what I have to describe right here. What type is this? It's a string, what? Array, okay, that's good, that works. Let's call it out, because it's sort of like the output for this method. We're going to take as input a 8-character string from this file. And as output, we're basically going to populate board. That's what we're going to do. Okay, good. So we're going to do stuff in here. Okay, so what do you do? Now remember, we talked about this. The back rank is 8 characters, right? What do we got to do? We got to fill in row 0. Row 1, row 6, and row 7. That's it, right? So are we visiting every single element of the two-dimensional array? No, we're doing 8 of elements of row 0, 8 elements of row 1, 8 elements of row 6, 8 elements of row 7. So this is not 2 nested loops. This is a bunch of plain old for loops. Okay, let's make it easy. How do you do row 1? Row 1 has to look like what? No, that's not row 1, that's row 0. Look at the board. Look at the marker board. We put it on the marker board, sorry YouTube. It's a bunch of pawns, right? Okay, so how are you going to put a bunch of pawns in row 1? That's what I'm going to start with. How am I going to put a bunch of pawns in row 1? And they're capital P's because they're white pawns. What? You forgot the pawns too? Well, yeah, it's sort of hard to play without pawns. Actually, it's really scary because the pawns, you know, protect your king and, you know.
That could be a fun game.
That could be a very fast game.
One move.
One move, right, exactly.
Not
Well,
really.
maybe a couple moves, yeah.
Actually, the pawns make it more dangerous. There's a 2-move help mate.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Yeah, but yeah, you need help, right.
Well, I know of a 5 that I've used
Well,
with people.
yeah.
And I know there are at least 2 or 3 more. It's the knight on
Yeah, it used to be called the fool's mate, but now that we're politically correct, we call it the scholar's mate. Because only scholars know about it because they study the chessboard, you know.
Yeah, but it's really funny to play on fail AI, and they're like, oh, but that's a really brilliant move, putting your knight all the way in the corner. And then you're like, yeah, except it does this and queen 1 move mate, you're done.
Okay, here we go. Let's focus now. All right, let's write a for loop. We could get crazy and write a whole bunch of other methods. We could write a method that sets up the white pawns. We could set up do a method to set up the black pawns. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to write 4 loops in here, okay? For what? Along the way, in it, on it, behind it. Alongside it? Oh, this is a new one. We got to write this one down. Well, as long as she varies it a little bit, you know. Okay, anyway, this is on YouTube, no names. All right, so for... All right, so what are we traversing?
Joey did a thing.
Yeah, Joey doesn't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey, I'm not going to explain it either, sorry. Okay, shh. So we're not traversing a 2-dimensional array. We're traversing 1 row. So what's changing? As you go through the entire row, what's changing? The row coordinate or the column coordinate? The column coordinate. The row coordinate is constant. What is it? It's 1. So I'm going to do for C equals, for int C equals 0 to, okay, what? Remember, we have magic numbers. Well, we don't have magic numbers. C is less than size. C is less than size, which is 8, by the way, right? Then what?
Oh, wait. We're using...
Then what?
That's
C++. Okay. So what do you do inside of this loop? It's very easy.
I have 2 loops in your initBoard.
Initboard's going to actually have 4 separate loops. One for each of those 4 rows.
1 loop.
You could do it a lot of different ways. I'm trying to make it easy.
I don't know, I mean, that's pretty easy.
Okay, hang on.
Use a substring instead of your second.
Well, I'm not doing substring yet. I'm just doing the pawns. This is just the pawns right now.
How do you possibly need 2 loops for the pawns?
No, I need 1 loop for the white pawns and 1 loop for the black pawns.
Oh, you didn't just put them in 1 loop?
Oh, I could do that, yeah. All right. Okay, so how are you going to populate row 1 with a bunch of capital P's? I'll start you off. Out of what? What goes in here? I need something in there. What row did you say we're on? 1. What column are we on? Well, not always 0. Aren't we varying the column? Don't we have a name for this variable? It's, look at it. It's sitting right there in front of you. C. That's the whole point of the for C loop. C is going to vary from 0 through 7. Right? It's counting from 0 through 7. And what do you want to do with every one of those cells? Equals what? Capital P. That's it, done. That's one of the rows. Remember, we have to fill in 4 rows, right? So we have to write 3 more loops. But let's stop here and see if it works so far. We should now see when we print out the toString of board, it shouldn't be 64 blanks. What should you see? You're going to have 8 capital P's in the right place, right? Okay, so save that and see if that much works.
Well, I saw the same problem that we did yesterday,
Oh, well, we should have fixed it then. What problem is that?
where it just would not.
I asked like 20 times before I started recording who needs to debug their program.
Finishing up what you told me to do.
All right, well, we'll have to come back around. Hang on. All right, let's Java C that. I'm going to Java C my Chess960V4. No, because it's not returning anything, it's modifying board. Remember, the input parameters were temp and board, so it's reading from temp and throwing it into board. So it's changing board. That's technically the output is the parameter. All right, so .java, and let's run it. And wait, where's my P's? What happened? Wait, it killed 6. Oh, look what it did. Look, row 1 according to the matrix is up here. Remember, didn't we have to do this backwards?
Yes.
Didn't it used to say 0 through 7? So guess what? This is not row, this is row 1 according to the matrix, a 2-dimensional string array, but we meant this row 1, didn't we? But by the way, where are the P's though? Well, yeah, but where are the P's? That's weird. Why didn't it print a bunch of P's? Did you get this? Just nothing on 6? Did you get anything different? Or you just got a bunch of blanks again? Oh, well. Wait, let me fix this. Hang on. All right, so according to this, the board that I'm toStringing, the board that I'm displaying on the screen is upside down compared to the string array. The string array apparently is counting 0 through 7 up here anyway, right? So this isn't row 1 technically, it's row 6, right? So remember how we figured that, we played with that. Didn't we have this problem here? Right? Didn't we have that problem here? So it's not 1, it's 7 minus 1. It's 6. All right, but still, why isn't it printing out the P's? Let me think about this. This is a string, an array of zillions of strings, right? 64 strings. I'm populating 8 of them at 6, 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, and 6, 7, right? Yeah, we didn't use temp yet. Temp is the input for the row 0, right? Row 1, we don't need input because we're just putting a bunch of P's. We're going to use temp to figure out row 0. We didn't do that yet. No, because the P's are always in the same place. It has nothing to do with temp. Temp is the input from the file, the one line that we want to put in, like, barbecue, RKR, that stuff, right? All right, wait, let me save that. Let me try that, see what happens. Okay, where's my clear? Where's my Java C? Where's my Java? All right, so now I messed up the right line. Yeah, get this out of the way. Yeah, I messed up the right line, but why isn't it printing P? Oh, I know why. Oh, yes. Is that what you're talking about? Wait, I think, yeah. Yeah, look what our toString does. It only deals with if you have null. It only prints out stuff if you have a null there, but we don't have nulls there anymore. They're P's, so it doesn't print anything. Right? Remember, we said this is the special case. If you have a null, you want to print a blank. But if you don't have a null, you want to print the piece, right?
You never told it what
We never did that, right? So,
to do
let's
that.
see. How about, let's see. How about this? If Or how about else? In other words, if it's not null, right? Else temp plus equals what you want there. Now, what is it? It's not null, and it may, I don't know what it is. I know it's a P right now, right? But I'm going to say, how about,
I win. I captured the enemy K.
oh, you're done, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you do legal moves, though?
No.
Oh, why, I know, I said, why would you do that? Okay. All right, so look, I want it to be like this, blank, space, blank, but it's not a blank. I want blank, piece, blank, right? So blank plus, where's the piece coming from? Where's the piece? Right here.
Oh, shouldn't we put the numbers on the top and on the right, too?
We could, yeah.
Make it easier.
I got to get this done. I can't do this forever.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You have to do that, but should I
Okay.
do that?
Yeah, you could if you want.
Not just with
Yeah.
null.
All right, do you see what's going on? If out RC is null, print the space. Else, out RC is not a null, it's like a P or something, and then you want to not plus equals a space, plus equals the P. But wait, don't we need another space? Another space here? So it lines up? Right, I want it to line up like space, piece, space, right? Does that line up? Let's see. All right, so clear it. Java see it. Java it. And there you go, perfect. Isn't that it? The P's are in the right row and they line up in the right columns. Good? Who's stuck? All right, here's the code. I'm coming around. Okay, so what did we modify?
Answer. I'm awesome.
This is what we did. We wrote an initBoard and we added this else clause. Otherwise, you'd have to do if it's a P, then print the P. If it's a K, then print the K. Why do that? If it's not a null, just print whatever the hell it is. Okay, what happened? It's still blanks? Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, it's not efficient, but
Yeah. You got to run it. There you go. Well, hopefully. That's it. Ta-da! That's it so far. All right, so can you do the little P's? If you got the big P's running, do the little P's. Go ahead. Yeah, big P's would be white pawns, little P's will be black pawns. These guys. These are the black pawns. Right, we got this, right? Now let's do this.
Do the same thing, but instead of out 6, you do
Out
out 1.
1. Right, in fact, can't you put, do you need a whole other loop? No, you could put it right in here, another line inside this loop. What's missing? Out,
Just make it out 1.
out 1C equals little p. Out 1C equals little p. That's easy. Put it inside that same loop. If, oh God, the mess. Here we go.
oh yeah,
We got one space.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing the spaces from over here. Like you put one space and then it looks kind of retarded. You know?
All right, well, you got to see yours. That's why you got a computer in front of you. Yeah,
Shut it up.
and the iPhone doesn't help.
Shut it up. Ow.
See, that's what you get.
Don't.
Ah, all right. Wait, I can't wait here all day. Come on. Why?
Save it. Save.
Yeah. Okay, it's trying to keep up. This is good. It's not V3, it's V4.
I know.
Oh, you're still doing V3?
V3.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Have to.
All right.
40 errors.
40 million errors. Wait, what's the first one? You're still doing V3? Are you serious?
Because I had to do it yesterday.
Holy Moses, it is 40 errors. Jeez.
Oh, I don't have a comma.
Well, yeah, and there's something weird here. Too many parentheses or something. Check 53 and 60. You have the printout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, coming around. Anyone else still stuck? Do you have the little P's working? All right, let me do the little P's. I didn't do it yet. All right, the P's are easy. We got to figure out how to do temp. The P's are easy. We got to do temp. The pieces, right? The actual pieces. All right, so I'm going to write another line here. I'm going to do the same thing. Wait, it didn't copy. Wait.
Mine is pretty.
I'm going to do the same thing, but on row 1, which technically is above, right? And put little p there.
Little p.
Little p. All right, save that. And then let's shell out and clear that. And Java C that. And Java that. And now you got all the pawns done. All right, so we're out of time, so we'll actually use temp tomorrow. Holy cow, do you know that we've been doing this for like 20 classes already?
Do you guys realize that I've been done?
Yeah.
today? Wait, do you want to see mine?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just save this thing.
I have a little bit of a...
Bye-bye, YouTube.
I have a little bit of a flub in it now.
A glub?
Flub. Like, I kind of did something that I probably
Bye-bye.
shouldn't have done, but
Not bye-bye.
it works.
Why isn't it bye-bye? Go bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Oh, fine. Do that then. That'll force it. Force it.